a look and see what family we've got here.
Hi, we're the Cook family. I'm Denise. This is my husband, Paul. We have 3 girls. Megan's 9, Gabriella 6, and Erin is 4. We really need Super Nanny. We're in a very dark place at the moment. Megan can be very angry, lots of shouting, screaming, rudeness.
No, Mum, get off me!
So disrespectful.
She knows what presses your buttons to get you angry.
Please don't shout at me like that.
That's what I'm doing!
She will actually kick up and have a tantrum like a 2-year-old.
I'm not hurting you.
You don't know because you're not me! You are!
Mum, can't believe you're putting up with this.
I get angry. I don't know how to nip it in the bud. I don't know how to handle it.
You stop swinging it.
No, that's what you're doing with it!
That little girl's mouth.
We do shout at each other, and we shout, she shouts, I shout,
Go and do your homework.
Not gonna listen.
and it becomes a bit volcanic.
Go and do your homework.
But it's mine.
Although the other girls behave badly,
I don't like that!
Right. Okay.
Megan tends to lead. They will fight because they all want the control.
No, leave it! Leave it! Let's go!
What's all this hitting?
There's generally an issue when we go out. I prefer to be at home and not be part of that group.
I'm the one that tends to have the fun with them.
I don't want to join in with them.
Give it to me and stop swinging it. It's dangerous.
I'm at my wit's end. I've got nowhere else to go. I just feel I failed. I need a miracle.
We want to be a complete family again as well, bring us back together.
We want to be given a second chance at being a happy family. Please, please help us.
You guys seriously need my help. I'm on my way. Hello. Hi. Hello. How are you? Hi, lovely to meet you. Jo Frost, how are you?
Oh, that's just kidding me!
When I first met Jo, I was slightly in awe of her. She's a huge personality, and she seems to have an aura about her. And I really liked her.
Right after I arrived, it was time to take the girls to school.
Megan.
And it didn't take long before Mum and Megan kicked off.
Can I have the phone? Not you're just doing anything. I want it back. Megan, now, come here, please. Give me the phone. Just give me the telephone, Megan. She'll really...
Megan's just bit her mum because Denise tried to take the mobile phone off of her. It's become heated, there's attitude, there's no respect, and nobody's listening to one another.
I haven't touched your docking
Well, I
stick.
don't think you're supposed to touch it!
Come on, Erin, let's cross. Come on, Erin.
Well done, Mum. Is that
Quickly, Erin, there's a car coming now. What are you doing?
There's a lot of shouting going on, and it's quite obvious that the girls don't listen to Denise whatsoever, and she needs to get a grip on this.
Megan! Gabriella!
When Paul got home from work, he walked into a chaotic dinner time.
I'd like to eat it.
The girls were demanding things from Mum and Dad, and Denise was totally stressed out.
Gabriella, can you sit up, please?
Right, yes, I want. Let me out.
We'll eat a dinner.
I don't feel
Let me take Gabriella, just eat, will you?
Well, ask nicely then, and you'll get it. If you're not nice nicely, then don't get it.
I said orange squash.
Yeah, but you missed the word off.
Daddy.
Orange, Daddy.
Denise and I aren't working well together. Our family's not working because we're not working together.
Would you say you have different parenting styles?
I would say
Oh, you've
you
got-
have.
Discipline is
I think
probably
our tolerance is different. My tolerance is so long.
Toy man.
Denise's tolerance
Toy man.
needs to be more variable. On 3 strikes, you're out. When you're out, you're out. But Denise is more warn, and never carry a warning through.
I'm tired. I'm worn out. And basically,
I
it's
don't
just
know.
I don't know if Paul really understands how hard it is. You know, from the moment I get up, just the logistics of 3 children, 3 breakfasts, 3 school uniforms, just getting 3 children out the door is quite stressful. And Paul doesn't have to do that very often at all.
Is that when we try and discuss it like this, it ends up getting heated, and then we don't get anywhere. The barriers go up.
Because I feel very defensive, and I do, as I've said to you earlier, I feel like I failed.
It's not a case of failing.
I know it's not, but I feel that, Paul. I personally feel I failed my children. I feel I'm not a good mother.
You're a good mother, and you don't fail them. It's just
But why do they walk all over me the way they do?
Later that evening, Megan and her sisters had a little surprise for me. They put on a play,
So, you got to put your hand up, you twit.
Pardon?
Twit. Yes. Wrong.
but as soon as the curtains went up, it was game over.
Oh, don't
No, it's going to be well good.
Well, it's not. It got ruined once and get ruined again.
How many children are there in it? If things aren't going quite the right way or something's not quite working, Megan can get a little bit agitated.
Megan, to bed now, because you just
No,
spoiled it.
I haven't. It's my show. Do it
You
like
have just
Megan,
spoiled it.
I'll take
You can't
Megan.
say
Do you want me to take you up? Where are you going to go?
You just spoiled it, Megan.
I haven't.
Megan can be an angel, and she can go to being a devil in a snap of the finger. She's very unpredictable. I never know what's going to trigger Megan.
You spoiled it.
I didn't spoil it. Gabby, shut it out.
Megan was starting to get angry with the other 2 girls, other sisters, and that's why Denise sort of put a stop to it. And then we have all sorts of problems.
Megan, Megan, will you listen to me? Megan,
Mum, shut up.
please don't talk to me.
You tell me not to shut up. You
Megan,
shut
I've told you before, I'm your mummy and you're my little girl. I don't expect you to speak to me like that. Please, Megan, do not speak to me like it.
They both have tempers that spiral out of control. They're very much alike, but at the end of the day, there's one mum and there's a daughter, and somebody has to be responsible, and that somebody has to be mum.
I can't stand it.
What is it right now you are feeling?
I'm feeling hurt and sad that my 9-year-old daughter can treat me the way she is.
What is it that you want from Megan?
I want love from her. I want her to hug me and tell me she loves me. I don't want her to shout at me, tell me she hates me.
It's clear that the friction between Mum and Megan has just worn her down. There needs to be change, and I'm about to do that. When I first meet a family, I go in and I watch the dynamics between the parents and the children.
No, it got ruined once. You tell me not to shut up.
And afterwards, I sit them both down and we discuss the issues that need to be addressed.
I'm not good at accepting criticism, but knowing what Jo's like, I know that I'm going to be able to take that criticism from her, which is a strange place for me to be.
3 creative, beautiful girls, highly intelligent, strong-willed, and you should be proud of that. But where's the respect from your 3 girls?
They don't have any respect for us.
The behaviour, because of the lack of respect they have for the pair of you, is eye-opening. It really is eye-opening. Let's start with Megan. She bites and paws you and slaps you, and you take it like a punch bag. When you argue with Megan, it must be like looking at yourself, because the pair of you are very alike in your personalities. It's like watching two kids, because neither lets go. You're both fighting for the last word. How are you setting a clear, good example to your children when you're telling them to stop shouting when you're shouting yourself? Why is it hard to discipline the girls?
Because there's so much confrontation and arguing, and I just find it easier to ignore, maybe.
The pair of you haven't given them any boundaries, so that when they overstep those boundaries, there is a consequence for it. It's, I'm going to do this, I'm going to count to 1, 2, and tickety-boo, because nothing else happens. It really doesn't. You're not working together as parents. You both walk on eggshells with one another. Paul, you're too scared to tell Denise really what's on your mind. Am I wrong?
No, you're not wrong. Because if I explain how I feel, it'll get an adverse reaction. And I feel that my feelings will be negated, so I don't bother.
You don't do what parents and couples should do, and that is support each other.
I know everything you're saying is true, and that's why we're here. That's why we want to move on. We don't want to be this black cloud hanging over us. The sun to shine.
Yeah. I expect to be cloudy on off days, but it's not having an umbrella to deal with it.
Exactly.
When you hear that we shout so our children shout, it's quite harsh. But it's true, I guess. We are their role models, and what they see in us is correct. And if we shout, if we don't treat each other nicely, why should they?
Joe picked up on the fact that I don't always tell Denise what's on my mind, which is, again, spot on. Joe analysed our family down to T. Yeah, brilliant.
This family needs to set discipline and rules. So on my first day of teaching, I'm about to lay these down. The first one says no yelling or shouting. There's no need to raise your voice or yell, because it can be very upsetting. Every household rule that gets broken, there's a consequence for that. And if they refuse to listen and they carry on, then I want you to put them in that dining room, which is now going to be called the reflection room. The reflection room is a place where the girls can think about what they've done and why they're in there. If I behave like this is where I end up. That is setting firm boundaries. Last but not least, I brought out the princess chart for the family. Now, this chart is princesses' castles, and I've got these special ones.
What are they little princesses?
They are princesses, but you know what? It's Princess Gabby. Yes, oh my word, it's Princess Gabby. It's Princess Gabby. Wow. When you show Mummy and Daddy that you behave yourself, you're going to jump up onto the pathway, okay? Until you reach the doors of the castle. Because when you reach the doors of the castle, you get to do something that you want to do.
It's sissy stuff, that means it's baby.
Come and talk to me if you've got something to say. So I'm not going to talk to you across the kitchen, Megan. Megan had decided that she was too grown up for the princess chart and called it sissy. No. She wasn't having none of it. No.
Right.
No, Megan will die in the crowd.
Megan?
Well, I think it's sissy stuff. Will that help? Megan?
Princess Reward chart was absolutely beautiful, but Megan didn't like it because it represented change. She didn't want to be involved.
If you don't get out of the bin, you're going to be in there.
Me too.
Go on in, you go.
Megan usually gets away with this kind of behaviour, but this time I told Paul to give her a warning. And when she didn't listen, she ended up in the reflection room. When you go into the room after a time, explain why you put her in there, okay?
Yep.
And say to her you want an apology for that behaviour. And if she delivers a sorry that's angry, sorry, which is really rude, say to her, no, that's not good enough. I want an apology properly, which is sorry. If she doesn't, then she stays in there.
Okay.
Okay?
Certainly someone like Megan needs to get an apology so she understands why. Because when you get the apology, you say to them, you understand why you're in the reflection room. The behaviour you're showing is really unacceptable, and I want an apology.
Sorry.
I want a heartfelt sorry, not just a sorry.
How will Megan know how to give you a heartfelt sorry unless you have to show her? Say to her, look at me and say I'm sorry.
Look at me.
So that she knows, otherwise she won't know.
You need to look at me and say I'm sorry, properly, as if you mean it.
But I need it because I don't know.
Megan, no.
No,
No, we don't hit.
Yes, I do.
Paul, just
She's not
follow
never in the
through.
household, so I can do it.
Follow through.
Megan, start with your proper apology to me, and then we can go and get your glass of water, we can get the picture out of the bin, and then we can start
I
again.
don't want the picture because it's sissy stuff.
Wait a minute, that's led into engaging in conversation. I want an apology for that behaviour. She's either going to say she's sorry or she's not. What was that, Paul, that she said?
I don't know.
She doesn't know, then she can sit in the reflection room and think about it next time. Okay? It's all right, it's okay, it's angry. This is Megan angry. Look, angry. Look. This is Megan angry, but she needs to know boundaries.
She was very aggressive towards Joe. I didn't expect that. But then things are changing big time in our house, so that's very hard for an 8 or 9-year-old to come to terms with.
My friend thinks you're and so do I.
She's learning, and she knows that she can't get away with that unacceptable behaviour anymore, that there's going to be a consequence.
She's going to be in there all night, isn't she?
When Megan's next 9 minutes were up, Paul went in again to get his apology.
Megan, I want an apology said nicely now, and I want you to look at me when you say it.
I would say don't shake at it.
Megan, calm down, please. Calm down. Calm down, listen to Daddy, darling. Calm down, listen to Daddy.
Not unless you get lost.
Don't shout. I know you're angry. but listen to Daddy. Listen to Daddy.
I'm gonna sit down.
Listen to Daddy.
I'm gonna sit down.
Yeah, not you. Now get lost.
Listen to Daddy. I'm here with Daddy.
No, you're not. You weren't here to begin
You
with.
know why I'm here with Daddy? Because I'm helping all of you. Because
You're
I
not
care.
really helping. You won't really whip.
Sit down.
Look at me now. Look at me, or we're going to be back where we started, aren't we? Look at me and say sorry properly.
She can be incredibly rude, she can be very aggressive, and unfortunately, I took the brunt off Megan's temper, but because it was the first time I was teaching that with Paul and with Denise, I felt it strongly that I should just ignore it. Throughout this course, if she does decide to hit me or bite me, I'm going to be placing her in that room myself. Where's Mummy?